Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to dive right into a problem that is honestly keeping virtually every IT leader and CTO up at night right now. We're tackling the massive deployment nightmare that plagues modern enterprise AI initiatives. You probably know this story all too well. A company has this groundbreaking idea for an AI model. They secure the funding, the ambition is sky high, and then, well, it just stalls out. So today, we're going to diagnose exactly why that happens, and more importantly, we'll explore a unified infrastructure solution that literally turns those bottlenecks into actual breakthroughs.
Just look at this single, staggering number, 50%. According to a 2020 Gartner report, barely half of all AI projects ever actually make it to production. Think about that for a second. Half of all the time, energy, and capital invested into transformative AI applications effectively hits a brick wall and stops. If you're an IT decision maker, this is the exact metric you are fighting against every single day.
So, here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, why AI projects stall. 2, 6 hurdles to success. 3, the on-premises advantage. 4, managing data centers. And finally, number 5, future-proofing AI.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, Why AI Projects Stall.
Now, you might be wondering where the breakdown actually happens. The crucial point is this. The issue almost never stems from a lack of ambition. Across every sector, the goals are incredible. Financial service providers want to analyze text and speech to guide high-frequency trading. Healthcare providers are pushing for AI-enabled image processing to find diseases way faster than humanly possible. Retailers are trying to forecast demand ahead of adverse weather. And manufacturers want to predict equipment failures before they even happen. The ambition is absolutely there, but they consistently hit a wall when it comes to the physical and operational infrastructure required to actually bring those workflows to life.
Moving right along to Section 2, 6 hurdles to success.
Here they are, mapped out for us. First up, tools and frameworks. There's just this massive sea of open source and hyperscaler tools out there, and lean IT teams without specialized AI staff get completely overwhelmed trying to evaluate them. Second is performance. It's not just about buying the fastest GPUs, it's about optimizing the infrastructure to achieve near bare metal performance. Third is risk, because incompatibilities in the hardware and software stack can derail a project instantly. Fourth, a lack of specialized skills and enterprise-grade support for virtual machines and containers. Fifth is manageability, or the struggle to dynamically optimize the stack from proof of concept all the way to production. And finally, scaling deployment, which is incredibly difficult when your IT team is already stretched thin.
And layered on top of all those hurdles is a massive, unavoidable physical reality. As you scale AI, you have to ask yourself, how do you manage rising power consumption and thermal density? CPU and GPU thermal design power, or TDP, is just skyrocketing right now. The data makes it very clear that at these higher power densities, traditional air cooling alone is becoming completely inefficient and financially unsustainable. It's a huge operational burden for leadership who now have to actively manage infrastructure for energy efficiency and cooling in real time.
All right, Section 3, the on-premises AI advantage.
Often, the default assumption is just to push everything to the public cloud because, well, it feels easier. And public clouds absolutely offer scalable infrastructure. But for serious enterprise AI, we really have to look closely at this comparison. With the cloud, as your AI processing needs increase, the costs associated with moving massive quantities of data can rise to unacceptable levels, and performance just can't always be assured beforehand. On the flip side, on-premises AI delivers critical long-term business benefits. It ensures data privacy for sensitive info that must remain on-site for regulatory reasons. It gives you predictable scaling costs, and it allows for highly tailored, optimized hardware configurations that you honestly just can't always get from a cloud provider. But let's be real, building on-premises from scratch is really hard, which brings us to the ultimate fix. To mitigate those deployment risks we talked about earlier, organizations are turning to pre-tested, certified, interoperable bundles. Specifically, we're talking about the combination of Supermicro servers and the NVIDIA AI Enterprise Suite running on VMware vSphere. This is essentially a turnkey solution. It gives you best-in-class tools for everything from data prep using libraries like NVIDIA Rapids to training and inference, all fully optimized on Supermicro's NVIDIA-certified systems. It allows IT operations staff to deploy AI workloads in a familiar VMware environment, which dramatically reduces the time to value and entirely removes the guesswork.
Which leads us to Section 4, Managing Modern Data Centers. Now, meet SuperCloud Composer.
If traditional infrastructure relies on fragmented management tools and rigid hardware, SuperCloud Composer is the antidote. It acts as your unified management gateway, a true single pane of glass. It brings order to the chaos by giving you unified visibility across your compute, storage, networking, and rack infrastructure. Whether you are running traditional enterprise environments, HPC, or these new, massive liquid-cooled AI systems, SuperCloud Composer allows you to design, deploy, and operate it all from one centralized control plane.
Remember that burning question we asked earlier about thermal density and cooling? Well, here is how SuperCloud Composer natively solves it. It doesn't just manage the servers, it manages the power delivery and cooling systems too. It provides active coolant distribution unit or CDU monitoring. It has full awareness of in-rack, in-row, and rear-door heat exchanger systems. It delivers real-time power telemetry and, critically, policy-driven leak detection. If a cooling fault is detected, it can instantly trigger protective actions to keep your high-density GPU deployments safe. It perfectly aligns system health, power consumption, and cooling behavior right there in real time.
And it manages that health across the entire lifespan of your hardware. SuperCloud Composer handles the systems management lifecycle completely seamlessly, from day 0 network provisioning and discovery to day 2 updates, firmware lifecycle management, monitoring alerts, and capacity growth. It supports multi-generation Supermicro hardware, meaning you can have a mixed compute fleet and still enjoy consistent, intuitive lifecycle automation without skipping a beat.
All right, final stretch, Section 5, Future-Proofing AI Infrastructure.
The beauty of using a tightly integrated, pre-certified hardware and software solution managed by SuperCloud Composer is that you are never boxed in. You can start small, maybe just a single rack running a proof of concept. But as your data grows and your AI models become more complex, you can seamlessly scale. You can expand to a medium environment spanning multiple racks, all the way up to massive multi-data center AI and HPC clusters. You can even accommodate AI workloads repatriated from the cloud, all managed under that exact same single pane of glass.
And a big reason this scalability works so smoothly without trapping your business is the technology underpinning it. SuperCloud Composer utilizes standard Redfish northbound APIs. For those who might not be familiar, Redfish is an open standard designed to deliver simple and secure management for hybrid IT. Because the platform leverages this open standard, it ensures that your management layer remains highly extensible. You can integrate it with automation tools and even non-Supermicro infrastructure, meaning you get all this centralized power entirely free from strict vendor lock-in.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. The use of AI isn't just some abstract technical exercise anymore. It is the fundamental way you will understand your business and serve your customers in the future. So, I'll leave you with this question to ponder. Is your infrastructure currently a bottleneck, holding back your ambition and making you part of that 50% failure rate? Or, by implementing a unified, pre-certified, and liquid cooling-aware on-premises framework, can you turn it into a launchpad for your next great AI breakthrough? Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and I'll see you next time.